New videos every day.
Okay. Okay, I'm Athena Jezik, and in this little video series, I'm going to show how I get knots out of a back without using deep, forceful pressure. In fact, by hardly using any pressure at all. So what I do is just start out by assessing what's going on, and I usually do this without any oil, just to find where there's knots. Here's an area that's pretty tight. Okay. So now that we have figured out where the problem area is for this shoulder, it's probably going to find things in the front as well, but for demonstration purposes, we'll work this area. I have found that lighter work gets the job done very efficiently, and that lighter work does not mean that you don't end up going deep. The difference is oftentimes in pressure work, deep tissue work, there's a lot of pressure behind it, which is a little more forceful than just waiting for the muscle to invite you in. My work has a lot more to do with waiting on the body until it's ready, and as that happens, it's going to actually pull my thumb and my fingers into the space, and then it will guide it around while it unwinds itself, and that's how it will take the knot out. So I'm just getting some of the muscle area a little prepped so I can find exactly where this is all going. Okay. All right. So this is where the knot area is. So what I do is I just bring my fingers in and begin to put just a small amount of pressure on, but just enough that is the same amount of pressure that she's pushing back on me. Sometimes it's called a donkey, because two donkeys, when they're walking together, if they want to rest, they'll lean against each other with the same amount of force so that neither one of them falls down. So that's just a little word, a little phrase that we use sometimes in this work, for my thumbs to push against her muscles and her muscles to push against my thumb with an even pressure. Now what's happening under my thumbs right now is there's a little bit of twisting and turning going on underneath the knot, because there's some fascial structures that are winding around and making the knot hold into place. So I'm simply following her anatomy as it begins to unwind. And just wait for it to unwind. Take it as far as it wants to go and just keep following it. Part of following it is holding the space so that it won't go back to the old pattern. It's being somewhat forced into a new spot, but it's being able to lead its own self into that position. So now it's coming around and beginning to go back the other way. Okay, now it's beginning to ask me to come in deeper, so I'm going to apply a little more pressure in until that resistance is there, and then I do the same thing. And just keep doing that until the body pushes you back out. And now here there's some muscle spasming going on, so we're getting deeper in. We're getting into another layer. And she's pulling me in a little bit deeper now. It's this thumb primarily. This other thumb is going to find other attachment points that are lending to this tightness. And it's asking me to come in a little deeper. There's more muscle spasming going on. we're going still deeper. And I'm not using a whole lot of pressure. I'm just being pulled in. And I'm holding that along that donkey. She's giving the same amount of pressure, pushing against my finger. And that just allows for there, it's beginning to unwind itself again. This time it's going in the opposite direction. And now it's coming back around. This is also a good technique to use on shoulder joints and elbow joints and wrists and ankles. It really is effective. And now in this area there's no more knot. The tension has reduced about 85%. And there we go. Okay, that is unwinding the knots. This is Athena Jezik with our second series.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psychetruth channel.